Talk Cowboys at the Commanders. Cowboys pick 7.5-point favorite. Over under is 40.5. Got to remind everybody real quick, text your full name to this number, 775-403-5400. You can get a 3-day expert pass for only $29. Chip, break this Cowboy Commander game down. Does it matter? I think it does. What are we going to do here?
Well, Lenny, so many times over the years, these two great rivals have had games that just meant everything. For Dallas, there's a possibility they can get the number 1 seed if the Eagles falter to the Giants, which I really don't expect, not with Tyrone Taylor starting for the Giants. Anyway, that 14-point number gives a giveaway right there. Dallas has had a great season, 12-4, 9-6 against the number, Lenny, and I was actually surprised that they had done that well, because usually you look to play against them as a handicapper because there's so much public money on them. But they're 7-2 in their last 9 games, Lenny. The 2 games they lost were to Jacksonville and Green Bay in overtime, both games, and in both games they had 14-point leads. This team right now could have been the dominant team in the NFC, and maybe they're getting ready right now. They're 6-2 at Washington against the number in their last 8 times out there. Washington, what are you going to say about them? They are, listen to this, Lenny, they are the number 1 time of possession team by far in the NFL by 90 seconds per game. They control the ball at 33.5 minutes, and yet 7-8 against the number. At home, they're 7-3 in the last 10 meetings with Dallas. And, there's an anomaly here. They're getting to start a rookie in the final game of the year in a game that means something to Dallas, so it doesn't mean anything to the Commodores. First time I've used that term this year. Sam Howell of North Carolina is getting a start, Lenny. He led the NFL in passing yardage during the preseason. He had 547 yards, so he's got a lot of work. He's first time in there. They're ranting and raving about his arm, but I just don't know how a rookie playing against a senior defense or a savvy defense is going to be able to break through. I've seen it happen to Aikman. We saw it happen to Elway. We saw it happen to a lot of these big stars. The kid at Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, they just can't get through over it the first time. The adjustment is so great. He's been around the whole season, but I think Dallas may have the edge there. But I'm afraid, because there's so much public money on Dallas, that the way to go in this game is to play the under, and I'll tell you why. Dallas has been an over team. There's no denying that. But they are 13-6 to the under, Lenny, in January. Now, they've gone over 10 of the 14 times they've met between each other the last 7 years. But Washington right now goes 1-5-1 to the is 1-5-1 against the number against teams with winning records, and Dallas is just the opposite. They're 10-4 against teams with losing records. So when you come to the total, it's all one way with Washington. 19-6 when they're playing teams with better records to the under. They're 25-10 to the under when they're playing on grass. And they're 7-1 to the under after a loss. They got beat last week. There's no other way for me to go here. A rookie quarterback, a savvy defense, a team that maybe will see Philadelphia up by a big lead, will call off the Dogs in their game. The Cowboys, you don't know who's going to play. They know they're in. They really don't have a realistic shot at winning the number 1 seed. Washington's always been tough, but I think the way to play here is under. This Washington is a dead nuts under team all year. They're 5-10 or 10-5 to the under this season. So that's my play here, Lenny. The side at 7 points is generous. You never can tell with a rookie quarterback having that strong arm. Maybe Dallas incentive isn't going to be there in the second half. Like I said, if Philadelphia has a big lead, I think the safest play is the under.
I like it. I don't hate that at all. I think divisional matchup. I think we're going to see a lot of unders this week in general. With some people sitting in, motivation on certain teams and motivation on not other teams. So, guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, ring that bell for notification. Power Hours brought to you Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Until then, we're going to take the under in this Cowboy Commander game. Chip, we'll see you on the next one. Take care, buddy.
Thank you, Lenny. Take care.
Take care.